For the last 4 days, I had hope. That changed quickly.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is poppin', y'all? It is your man, Clockboy Bales. Welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports. Well, unfortunately, the Packers fall to the Tennessee Titans. Final score 27-17. Packers drop 4-7. Tennessee is now 7-3. Unfortunately, this was a game that you can quietly say is embarrassing because I get Rodgers is doing everything he can, but pretty much he doesn't really have an offense that he can really depend on. And a lot of it is not the offense's fault, but a lot of it is his fault. He is just not playing good at all. They had chances to really get in this game. And the reason why we did lose this game was based on how our defense failed to, like when you play the Tennessee Titans, your focus is stopping Derrick Henry. And they held him under 100 yards, 28 carries, 87 yards. He did score a touchdown. He had 2 catches for 45. He also threw a touchdown today. So I'm not going to sit there and say they did outstanding with that, but I mean, I don't think there was anything you could say because Tennessee literally just moved the ball down with ease. And it wasn't Derrick Henry, it was Brian Tannehill. That's what's embarrassing about this loss. We let the passing offense, one of the worst passing offenses in the NFL, go for 337 yards, total yards. Ryan Tannehill went 22-27, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw an interception, which was, interesting, and got sacked 3 times. And then Derrick Henry went 2-2 for 4 yards and a touchdown. But it was pretty much just embarrassing at this point. I mean, Treylon Burks, rookie Treylon Burks, 7 catches, 111 yards. Robert Woods, 6 catches for 69. Austin Hooper, 4 for 36 and 2 touchdowns. Okwongo had a catch for 31. Nick Westbrook-Akine had 2 for 28. And Dontrell Hilliard had a catch for 14 and a touchdown. Nothing you could really say about that. The interception on the day was made by Rasul Douglas. Green Bay, 24 out of 39, 227 yards and 2 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones, 12 carries for 40 yards and 6 for 20 catches. A.J. Dillon, 6 carries for 13 and a catch for 10. Randall Cobb led the day. Welcome back, Cobb. 6 catches, 73 yards. Alan Lazard, 5 catches for 57. Christian Watson, 4 catches for 48 and 2 touchdowns. That's 5 total from this week and last week. That's 5 total in the last 5 days. Crazy. Ryan Robertonian, 2 for 19. Quay Walker and Chris Barnes, they had 12 total tackles each. Adrian Amos, 10. At this point, I watched this, and this was just unfortunate to just watch because Rodgers literally could do these things years ago, like make plays and just come back, but when I see him play, he just doesn't have it anymore. 2, Packers fans, y'all are despicable. This man gave y'all a Super Bowl and so much memories for the last decade. Now, yes, maybe our defense wasn't the greatest back then, but y'all are booing this man? Come on. Y'all are booing Aaron Rodgers. What for? I mean, come on, it's pathetic. I know he's not gonna. He's turning 39 in less than a month. Dude is at his end of his career, and you're just gonna boo him? What for? Y'all did the same crap for Favre. It's pathetic. Why boo him if, like, are you that intrigued that, yeah, you're not gonna put up all these points if you don't have a bunch of rookies playing with you and not much to really give offensively. I don't know what the heck you can even sit there and say. Stop booing Rodgers. This isn't... He's not the same anymore. But y'all are just... That's impatient. It's just impatient. It's just stupid. I hate it. I really hate this. But at this point, there's nothing you can really do. So here's the thing. The Packers, if they run the table and win out and go 10-7, they can make the playoffs. It's possible. But 3 of the games that we have to play on the road against Philadelphia next week on Sunday Night Football. We still have to play, and at the end of the season, we still have to play Miami in Miami on Christmas, and we still got to play Minnesota again. I don't think they'll run the table with those 3 teams. I don't think that will happen. But even if they want to try and win games and blah, 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 it's not going to mean much. Because if you sit there with a 500 record and miss out on the playoffs, I mean, you're not going to get a good draft pick out of it. You want to get a good draft pick if you know that you don't have the capabilities offensively to win, which is what I'm seeing. All your defensive players are out and they're getting injured. It's just, you got to look for the future. Christian Watson, I think, is starting to turn into that guy. That's a great thing to actually hear out of me, because we were waiting for him to erupt, and he's now scored 5 touchdowns. Literally, like, this is stuff that literally happened with, like, Max McGee and Boyd Hutton. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Like, he's doing stuff that we haven't seen since the 1950s, when we had 1960s. Like, this is pretty outstanding for Christian Watson. Now, don't call this a fluke, maybe, but I think if he stays healthy, that's what we can see out of Christian Watson. He was a wild card pick. But he's gonna, if he turns out great, he turns out great. Romeo Doubs, if he stays healthy, he turns out great. Those 2 guys I'm very excited to see how these 2 guys turn out. They are the future of our offense. Lazard is not even worth much money. Tanyan's not even worth much money, so they'll probably keep him. Now, obviously, Quay Walker. Oh boy, he is actually turning into a stud. I am so excited for Quay Walker. He is turning out to be a great pick. And Kingsley Enagbare is actually becoming solid as a pass rusher. So there's a lot to look forward to in the future if they don't make the playoffs this season. Because the future of this team really does ride on these new draft picks. And so far, it's really turning out to be that way. We haven't seen much of Devontae Wyatt yet. But I think it's because he's been playing a backup role. So, not much to sit there and say. But, hey, let's just move on. And, maybe they could win next week. Maybe it's a primetime game and the Eagles completely play like trash on primetime. So, you never know what's going to happen. So, this season isn't technically over. But, you know what? I kind of don't care what happens. I just want the rookies to really show out and try their hardest. And let's just hope what happens. I hope these Packer fans regret booing Rodgers, because at this point, what can you do? So if you like what you see, subscribe below. Obviously, I'm not going to be making a video for 10 days, so hey, at least that helps. So if you like what you see, comment below, subscribe, and do whatever. We will see you next time. Go Pack Go.